Hi, my tubies. It's me, Sheila Truelove, and I'm here with you today. And today, the topic for discussion. Actually, I hope you had a good day. I know I had a very trying day. As you see, I'm already in my nightie, my whatever. It's lingerie wear, so they call it. But today's topic for discussion is going to be about: do narcissists recognize other narcissists? And do narcissists know right from wrong? What do you think? Most narcissists don't know they have this unpleasant NPD disorder. NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. Actually, they don't believe that they are narcissists. So they don't have any reason to seek out or recognize others of their own species. So for narcissists that are not so smart, they would never be able to recognize other narcissists in any way. Now, on the other hand, if you have those narcissists who are pretty smart, let's see, they may not use the term narcissist, but they recognize when someone else is hogging the spotlight, and you know that's their favorite pastime, talking about them. And they also recognize that when a person is cold blooded or a person is cold hearted, like them, they sum these people up as merely being selfish. Now, when it comes to, so they don't really see it as narcissism. They see these people as just being selfish, and that's the way they sum it up. Now, when it comes to, do they know right from wrong? I found many people wonder if narcissists truly know right from wrong, since they do so many cruel and evil acts with no regard to how other people feel or how this may affect other people. You would automatically assume, well, maybe they just don't know right from wrong. This often means that narcissists get a free ride, since many people assume no one can be capable of knowingly. They could not be knowingly causing so much pain and suffering and continue to do this with no regard. That's just too hard to believe. Besides, narcissistic personality disorder, it's a disorder. Okay? It's a disorder. So we automatically assume, well, poor them, they can't help themselves. I mean, really, they can't help themselves for acting this way. It's not their fault. It's a disorder. Do you agree with that? Do you think that's right? Well, I say the answer is that's totally wrong. Personality disorders are different from other mental disorders. Let's say, for instance, PTSD. Okay? Now, that's an actual physical damage. Someone who had physical damage to the brain that causes them to have these flashbacks, this anxiety, and these memory problems. We also have the example of schizophrenia. You know, that's also a form of brain damage that causes a person to experience hallucinations and delusions. That's what people who go through schizophrenia go through. They hear voices. That's because there's brain damage to them. Personality disorder individuals, they have no physical brain damage. Wait, but then again, now if a person have TBI, which is what my ex Narc had, he had TBI, traumatic brain injury, when he was young. That could be like a form of, could we confuse that with narcissism? But no, because if it was just TBI, then they would at least on occasion understand that they are being unreasonable, that they're hurtful and they're mean, and they'd feel embarrassed. And guess what? If it was just TBI, they would have some form of guilt and they would be upset about their behavior. But when they have no, it's almost as they was. It's like you could take pity on that, because it's almost as though they can't control it because of the injury to their brains. But the difference is, a narcissist, they have no guilt whatsoever. Okay, and they'll never admit to how cruel they are. That's the difference between TBI and a person who is a narcissist. Another thing that proves narcissists know right from wrong, check this out, is their behavior. They say the worst things that they do, and they do it behind closed doors. Narcissists, you and I both know, are rarely abusive in front of other people. So they know right from wrong. Those who know right from wrong, they hide their behavior. That's why they hide it. Just like what the Bible says at John chapter 3, verse 20 and 21. Everyone who does evil, they hate the light. They will not come to the light because the light will show all the bad things that they have done. But anyone who follows the truth and the true way, they want to come to the light. They want people to see what they're doing. Then the light will show that whatever they have done was done through God and it's done correctly. That's not the case with the narcissist. All that dirty stuff and rotten stuff that they do, it's always done behind closed doors, or it's always done where nobody can see. So I firmly believe, yes, narcissists, they do know right from wrong. They choose to do wrong because their thinking is twisted. It's twisted. Sadly, they don't want to improve themselves like most people. Like if you and I see something that's wrong with us, or we see some areas that we need to correct, we're going to address that. We're going to fix that. Narcissists, they don't want to improve themselves. Maybe why, they're too afraid of what they would find if they did some deep soul searching. Their low self-esteem is at the root of their narcissism after all. Let's think about that. That's where the narcissism stems from. The low, 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 beyond. Forget low, no self-esteem. And they may be afraid that what they find, if they do some deep, sit down and think and be with themselves and do some deep thinking, what they find inside of themselves, it may be too hideous for even them to deal with. So in closing, do I believe that narcissists are full aware of right and wrong? I believe they do. Of course they do. Okay? Does a narcissist recognize another narcissist? Well, it depends. Do you have a narc who's a dummy and an idiot, or do you have a narc who's smart? Because there are some narcissists who are quite bright. And if they're bright, yes, they do recognize, one narc recognizes another. Absolutely. Anyway, I'm going to retire. Well, I guess I'll make another video. I have some things that I want to share with my newfound friend, who he is amazing. He's brilliant. I have several videos that I've done with him because he talks about a lot of things that I think would interest you. And the thing is, as you know, you always have a choice. The choice is always yours. I love you so much, Sheila True Love. And we'll talk again. Until next time, darling. Bye for now.